Thanks to the support as a channel member, Rob Pontin. No, you're right. I've had enough as well. Changes here after, I don't know, how many seasons has it been? We're finally changing the tactic. Hello and welcome to part 43 of Holiday Home. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have a game at home against the team until very recently were top of the table, Cartagena, plus a game away against Naxara. Do I look Spanish to you? Come on now. Since you're last with me, as you can see from the league table, we have turned this ship around, and it's all thanks to a little bit of a tactical tweak that was ultimately forced upon us. We'd been in some rotten form anyway through November into December. We obviously lost to Mallorca in yesterday's episode, but we followed that up with a 4-0 home defeat against a Levante B team who were and still are rock bottom of the league, a million miles from safety, and we lost 4-0 and looked pathetic. So at that point, we knew something had to change. We had a 2-week international break, and it might have been an international break. It was a 2-week holiday, so we played a little friendly, trying a 4-2-3-1. It worked. We've carried on trying it, and it's not yet lost a game, including a pretty impressive 3-3 away against Barcelona B and a 5-0 against Espanyol, where Gorka got 5 goals. In fact, since changing to this system, in these last 3 matches, Gorka Pascual has scored 9 goals in 3 matches. He is very much enjoying having Ivan Luis play directly behind him. This is what the league table looks like. So we're now back in the playoff hunt. Realistically, automatic promotion probably isn't going to happen, but you know we love the playoffs. How could they possibly go wrong? So this is what the system looks like. You may have seen it before. It's a 4-2-3-1. And we're going with Serrano in goal, a back four of Zafra, Joffrey, Galdino and Carrington, Alex Boxall and Koulibaly in midfield. We sometimes play Rabiot in there, but I quite like Koulibaly and Boxall in those positions, both playing in their natural roles as well. Rabiot on the left, Ivan Luis behind Pascual, and then what the hell are you doing here, Mutt? Why are you in the team? Where's Sandoval? Right. Why are they wanting to pick Ivan Mutt? Morale is high and he's in great spirits. Who gives a gee? Right. Sandoval's in on the right-hand side. Sometimes the quick pick, like 90%, 95% of the time, the quick pick in this game can be trusted. And every now and then you see Ivan Mutt in your starting 11 and you realise something's gone desperately wrong. We're definitely going to be releasing him come the end of his contract. But there's Carrington on the right-hand side giving it to Boxall. And we play some nice football in this system as well. Ivan Luis is absolutely thriving in this attacking midfield role. It's a role made for him. He's always struggled a little bit playing as a lone striker, but as one of the main creative forces behind a proper finisher, he is having a lovely old time. Pascual, by the way, has had to change numbers from 25 to 24 because of goalkeeping numbering shenanigans. Welcome to Spain, everybody. But we are 1-0 up. That's Pascual's 10th goal in 3 matches and 1.5 minutes. He is scoring for fun as part of this new system, loving having an entire team basically built around creating chances for him to score. And I mean, I know that was only a penalty, but he's still having a jolly nice time. Pascual's in again, and he scored again. We're only 6 minutes in. He's scored again, and I need to blow my nose. I'm so excited. Right, nose blown. This is my first episode recording on the new PC. If you notice, the colours were a little not very colourful. That was picked up on by my Twitch chat. See, that's the advantage of recording these episodes live on Twitch. They picked up on that. We just had the wrong button pressed on the new PC, but should be fixed now. So we should have pretty colour for the rest of this match. You only had 5 minutes of 5 minutes of basically the game being in black and white. Much apologies. Hopefully we won't make that mistake again. But we are 2-0 up against one of the best teams in the division. First 2 shots we've had on goal have ended up in the back of the net. Gorka Pascual, he is quite the finisher. And 2-0 up against a team that until very, very recently were top of the league. And we are now very much closing them down. I think Ibiza is probably going to be too much for us to chase. We were too poor for too long to actually be in an automatic promotion race. So we're still going to have very much the challenge of the playoffs this year. But you never know. If we carry on in the kind of form that we're in, the fact we're beating this lot so comfortably has got to lead us to believe that we've got the beating of anybody in this league. Surely. But they are knocking the ball around their back four, and just close them down, lads. That's all you got to do. Just don't let them have the ball. Win it back. Get it up the other end. Do a goal. This is a tactics masterclass with Kev. Get hold of the ball. Get it up the other end of the pitch. Easy peasy. 2-0 up. Lovely. Right, let's just fly through the halftime team talk. I don't need to be massively involved in that. How are Ibiza getting on? They're winning against Tarragona. Tarragona are down in 14th place, so it's not likely that they're going to take any points off of Ibiza today. Ibiza have kind of come from nowhere. Cartagena, until right before this episode started filming, they were the team that were top of the league. So I'm a little surprised that there's now a 5-point gap at the top, because Ibiza seem to have come from nowhere. They've clearly switched their tactic around at the same time as I did, but they maybe did it like 3 matches earlier. I think Pascual was offside that time. Doesn't matter, because he's hit the crossbar anyway. Remains 2-0, 25 minutes to go, and it's still us on the attack. Rabiot plays it forward to Galdino. This time Galdino, by the way, has been given a new contract. He's one of the few players who were out of contract who's been given an extension. He's kind of my starting centre-back now. I think he's pretty much displaced Ivan Such as part of this back four. And now Alex Boxall plays it out to Sandoval. And now Luis, look at him. He just gets everywhere. Ivan Luis, he's having a lovely time as an attacking midfielder. This role is built for him. And he plays it across looking for, I think, was that Rabiot? Or was that Koulibaly coming out of the midfield? I'm not sure who that was. Either way, it was a good piece of work from Ivan Luis. And that would have made the last 20 minutes or so interesting. Goodness me. Right, let's just keep things nice and fresh. Sandoval, you know what? We will make the change now. Ivan Mutt can come on. The assistant manager wanted him to start, so I guess he can start. Kieran Hodgkinson coming on to play at the back as well, and we'll also bring on Markel Jimenez at right back. Just all about freshening things up. Why were we playing a pervert corner there? Like I say, I'm on the new PC. There's a chance my set piece instructions may have come across wrong, because that looks like we've got, hold on, we have pervert corners. Get them gone. We haven't got the personnel to be able to do pervert corners. Get them out of here. What a waste of potential corner opportunities we had there. And now Rabiot with the ball over top. Pascual looking for another hat-trick. He's got another hat-trick. If he's managed to stay onside, which I think he has this time, he is scoring goals for fun. 3-0 now. Gorka Pascual is tearing the league apart, thanks to us finally having a team that plays to his strengths. It's lovely work. And it's now 3-0, and it's just easy peasy. We'll take off the main men now. Rabiot can come off with Rob Harley coming on, and we're going to bring on Fred Stiebling for Ivan Luis to get more of our homegrown boys onto the pitch and just see this one out. It has been a very, very good performance once again. Normally, I would bring on Martinez Perez for Rabiot, but I think in the circumstances, at 3-0 up with 10 minutes to go, give Rob Harley a few minutes. And Pascual's looking for number 4. Oh, my word. Oh, goodness me. We are good at football all of a sudden. Did Ibiza manage to drop any points? It's still 1-0 in the Ibiza game. So, I mean, there's always a chance, but I suspect they're not dropping any points. The question now is, 1, do we play them? And 2, are they likely to drop any points at any point? So we play Ibiza there. So we're just going to carry on with this episode as planned and keep an eye on what is going on with Ibiza, because we would obviously prefer to go up automatically. They've got an absolutely ridiculous free scoring striker as well. It's going to be interesting. Well, it seems my my assistant manager is starting to get a little bit creative in his old age. Not only does he want Ivan Mutt in again, he wants to drop Ivan Luis and move Koulibaly further forward. Both of those seem like insane decisions, so we're not going to do either of them. We play Naxara, which I imagine is a fancy Spanish way to pronounce, but Do I look Spanish to you? They're a few spots below us, but obviously we just need to focus on keeping on winning. If we keep on winning, then it's all in our hands. And ultimately, if we are admitting that automatic promotion is probably beyond us because of that horrible spell we had over the last couple of episodes, then at least we want to go into the playoffs as the form team in them, because then you just steamroller over the playoffs. It's the only way I've ever really had any kind of playoff success, when you've had a season that started horribly, but then you storm the league in the second half of the season and you go into the playoffs in incredible form. Going into the playoffs having been top of the league and dropping out is never a way to win the playoffs. I don't think I've ever done it from that position, because you just go into it broken. But this time we're not broken. We're buzzing, and we're going to score a goal here. Rabiot with the in-swinger, and unfortunately, whoever was on the end of it, I think it was Ivan Such, couldn't keep his head down. Oh yeah, by the way, Ivan Such is playing because Galdino, after me just saying he was my new starting centre-back, broke his arm in training in midweek. So he's out probably for most of the rest of the season. So Ivan Such is back in again. That is wonderful from Ernesto Martinez Perez, though. What a goal. He is enjoying this new system as well. And that was just a fantastic bit of football from him. Let's have a look at it from the other angle. Ezra Carrington with the throw. Ivan Luis plays it back to Carrington. Cross comes over to Martinez Perez, who's got a lot to do. Has to take it past two men. Does that whilst creating space for himself to get away the shot. And then on his weak foot, fires it past the goalkeeper. It's 1-0 to Holme. And that gap between us and Ibiza is currently down to 10 points, which suggests they're either not playing or not yet ahead in their game. I think it's... Oh, no. It's the second one. They're away against Zaragoza B, and they're down to 10 men. So there's the possibility, not just for dropping points, they could potentially lose the game there. How good is Zaragoza? Not very good. So the best we can hope for, I guess, is that Ibiza don't find a way to score a football goal. But we are going to take off Ivan Luis and bring up... We're doing the changes that Quick Pick wanted to do before the match, because neither of the boys that I moved back in have played very well. So we'll make those two changes. We're also going to bring Kieran Hodgkinson on again at left back, who's starting to get a little bit of a run of games back there as he tries to establish himself as our, at the very least, our firm backup left back for next season. He's 20 years old now. If he's not an established player we can trust by the time he's 21, he's never going to be. I don't want him to suffer from Russ Eddy syndrome and just be forever on the cusp of the team. There's only so many of those kinds of players we can carry in the squad. Pasquale has not played very well today. Fred Stiebling is going to come on for him up front. We do have the issue of not having loads of strikers and having both of our main strikers on the pitch from the start. So we're a little bit limited for attacking options off the bench if either of them don't play very well. But they're both off the pitch now, Koulibaly and Stiebling, playing in the two central attacking roles. So we do have backups. They're just similar to what we've just said with Kieran Hodgkinson. They're players that we wouldn't necessarily want to trust in that role as proper nailed on starters. Like Koulibaly's done very well there. Martinez Perez at the second time of asking, cross to Fred Stiebling. This is why we rely on those boys. Like I said, it's disallowed. I mean, it was good work from Koulibaly and Stiebling though, and another good showing from Martinez Perez, who I think has pretty much nailed on his man of the match performance for today, although Ezra Carrington might actually have something to say about it. I think that's a little harsh on Martinez Perez, who's played very well there today after coming in for a little bit of criticism in the comments section recently. And Ibiza lost 3-0. This is back on, boys and girls. The gap at the top of the table is down to 9 points. We still have Ibiza to play, and they've just been absolutely battered. So hopefully that's the start of a run of rough form for them. We are going to get through another bunch more matches, and I think the logical thing to do is probably, unless something changes between now and then, be back tomorrow for the Ibiza game, and that is going to be a big one. But if you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.